Welcome back to BNG Hockey, where it's always black and gold. And now for the video you've all been waiting for, Luch is back. Let's talk about it. The Bruins sign old friend Milan Lucic to a one-year deal with a cap hit of $1 million per season. In case some of you forgot who he was, he's a 35-year-old 6'3" left winger originally drafted by the Bruins in 2006 in the second round, 50th overall. He's a 2011 Stanley Cup champion, and it's been 8 years since he put on the black and gold sweater. Last season with the Calgary Flames, in 77 games, he had 7 goals, 12 assists for a total of 19 points, and was a -13. His entire NHL career is pretty impressive. He's played 1,173 NHL games, scoring 233 goals, 351 assists for a total of 584 points, and is a career +60. Now, I want to be honest here and say that if the cap hit was anything more than $1 million, I would hate this deal. Even though all the nostalgia is flooding in and I liked Lucic, just like all of you, he was an absolute beast in his prime, so underrated. He was a huge part of that 2011 Cup team and a huge part of Bruins history. I'm glad to see him back. I think it's a really cool move, but boy, has he lost his game. And I think I need to really remind some of you Bruins fans that he started to fall off at the end of his Bruins career 8 years ago, and he's only gotten slower and worse at hockey over time. Now, I will say he still has a little Lucic in him. He's still going to hit people. He's still able to fight. He doesn't fight as much as he once did, but there's a lot less fights in the league, so that's understandable. The Maple Leafs just got Ryan Reeves, so you're going to need an enforcer. There's still teams that are very good with talented players who are adding these type of guys to their fourth line. So it's good to have Milan Lucic here to protect some of our young guys and be that enforcer. He can definitely still bring that to the table. His foot speed is definitely something to be concerned about, so he's definitely going to be playing a fourth line role with limited minutes. But that being said, I do think he'll be an excellent fit. Obviously, he has ties to the team with guys like David Pastrnak and Brad Marchand being his former teammates, and I'm excited to see him in the mix with some of the new guys. It's crazy to me that he's never played with Charlie McAvoy. I want to see those two together, and it's kind of a big Bruins nerd fest, honestly. How do you not love this if you're a Bruins fan? And with a low cap hit like $1 million per season, only for 1 year, it's really not that big of a deal, and I'd rather sign him than some random guy I've never heard of. Even though I'm worried about the player on the ice, I do think this could also be a sneaky good signing when it comes to the locker room. I think he'll bring a lot to this group, and I do think one of the biggest reasons they made this signing, at least I'm hoping that this is a reason, is if Patrice Bergeron is still on the fence, Bergeron and Lucic are best friends. It won't be the deciding factor for Bergeron to come back, but if he was already leaning towards being a Bruin again, having Lucic back in the locker room definitely helps make that choice a lot easier for Patrice Bergeron. So if that ends up happening, I think this is a huge reason why, and then I'm all about it. Like I said, at a cheap cap hit for 1 year, why not give it a go? You need somebody who can bring some physicality, bring some size. He'll still be able to get to the front of the net. If Lucic can somehow get you 10 goals, I think this would be a phenomenal deal. And obviously, it's going to be really fun to see him out there banging bodies once again in the black and gold sweater. What do you think of this deal? Are you excited to have Luch back? How do you think he'll do this season? Make sure you leave that down below in the comments. If you're fired up to have Lucic back, make sure to give this video a big like, and if you haven't already, subscribe.